And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Stan, for coaches who are on the hot seat, how in the world do they stay focused?
Well, Kevin, I think, look, most coaches have very thick skins. You're going to get criticized every day. You have to know that when you get into the profession, and you just got to stay focused on the things you can control. And my brother always used to tell me, don't worry about criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from.
That's pretty good advice in itself.
It is.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Reed is out there with Nelson. Then there's Slim, and it's Sears in at the 1. Here is Slim. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Nelson. From the wing, Sears' shot is off. There's the screen. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
One shot.
Here's Holloway. 9-point game his last outing. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Slim. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Cool Hand. Lets it go from the wing. The shot will not fall. Now Reed. Here's Omoruyi, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Here's Cool Hands. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Sweet little floater.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Here's Holloway. Pass to Nelson. 7-foot shot. Bank shot. No good. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. From downtown, hits the 3-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Midway through the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. Taking a look here at the visitors, they're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
Now, here's Reed. Last game he had 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Here is Slim. Pass to Holloway. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Home team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
Clock at 4. Here's Omoruyi. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Omoruyi's got his second bucket of the night. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Cool Hands. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Holloway. Misses off the right iron.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
A 3-ball. Unable to get that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Reed has it in the corner. Nelson outside. Here's Holloway. He has yet to score. Here's Slim. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Some of the numbers here for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at the true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Here's Cool Hands. From deep. Holloway grabs the board. At around 44% in the early goings here. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Holloway. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Nelson. 8 away. The shot comes out.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Clock at 6 to stop the drought. And he sinks the layup. He has 5.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Slim. Here's Holloway. Back to Nelson. Unloads. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Pulls up. High post. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The shot's good from Holloway.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Cool Hand. There's the pick. Takes it inside. All sorts of time. He squares up and sinks it.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Here is Slim. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Pass to Omoruyi. Hunter grabs the miss. Gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Cool Hands. Buries it down low. Cool Hands got his second basket of the night. Here's Holloway. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Nelson outside. Here is Slim to the middle. Here's Omoruyi.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, 13 foul.
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
1:43 left in the first quarter. And that one drops. 5 points in the game. And the ball at a 46% clip to start this game out. Holloway, the pass to Slim. Pass to Holloway. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to take a look at the numbers for Stevenson. He's been a factor for them over the last number. First in free throw percentage. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. 1:04 left in the first. Miles with it, guarded by Hunter. Pass to Holloway. Shoots the three.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the away team.
Gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. 46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Back to Hunter, and here is Red. Hunter sets a screen for Red. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. Gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Swim, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Banked in off the glass. He's got 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Stevenson. He nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And so the first quarter is in the books. They lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Being at a decent 44% clip here. They've got Nelson, and it's Stevenson in at the power forward position. Off target at the rim.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Now Red. 6 to shoot. Fades back. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Going inside. It's blocked, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
It's Miles atop the key. Nelson with a screen on White. Outside for Miles. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
Now that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Here's Red. Pass to White. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. He had a nice open look right there.
And showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. There's a screen. Pulls up on the wing. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The visitors with the ball. 7-point differential.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And there's the drive. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Nelson. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%.
Home team foul. Number 14. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 12.
So it's the visitors now, trailing by 5. Here's Slim. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. To the inside. Good D by Nelson. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And it's Stevenson missing. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Count it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Pass to Reed, inside. Here's Slim. It's tipped. White looking around. Stolen by Reed. Here's Stevenson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Cool hands checked in for the prodigy. Over to the wing. And that one is hammered home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Pass to Reed. Here's Slim. Drills it from outside.
Number 12.
Slim's got 9.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So both teams changing it up here. Wide, a screen on Nelson. 18 feet out. Here's Hunter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Pass to Slim. Five to shoot. Teardrop shot. Here's White. And there's Hunter on the assist by White. Hunter's got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Stevenson outside. Here is Slim. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Nelson. And the shot is long. Gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Hunter the screen. And he drives in. Count it. Good. 7 points in the game.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
So it's the visitors now. 7-point differential. Pass to Sears. Reed with it. Stevenson with it. Looking for Nelson. He gets it there. Here is Slim. Last game he had 13. Here's the screen. Sears' shot is off. Gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Under the screen. Here's Cool Hands. Goes back up. He lays it in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Slim. And that time, also a missed shot. Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding them. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
38% in the second quarter. Defensively, they look a little bit confused. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Stevenson kicks to Reed. Pass to Stevenson. Now here's Reed.
And here's a look at the stats for Slim. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Here is Slim. 9 points in the game so far. Nelson outside. Fades. And he makes that one. He's got 8.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
59% here in the second quarter. They're playing with great confidence. Pass to Booth. A 3. Traps in the tray.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here is Slim with the fadeaway. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Kiricek. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Lets a floater go. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint. Stolen away. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Hunter the screen. Just 3 on the clock. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Up by 16. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the visiting team.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a scary sight. 2 of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, Arnie.
And that is it for halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. For the game at 42%. Pass to Slim. Here's Omoruyi. And here's Nelson. For the 3. Slim, no good. Has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. They've got Nelson. He's out there with Reed. And it's Omoruyi in at 7. Pocket 6.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team.
That free throw, no good.
Number 32. Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Here's Sears. Scoreless thus far. Nelson looking around. Pass to Slim. Out in his own on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Sears. Pass to Reed. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now, here is Red. Guarded close. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 15.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here is Slim. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Nelson. Now, here's Reed. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Red. Shot clock at 6. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Sears, guarded by Red. Slim sinks the triple. Slim's got 12 in the game.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Takes a three. Swin pulls it in. Swin's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And great, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But, Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans, putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect, and guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Right wing, lets it go with a three. He's off on that one. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Now here's Reed. He's guarded closely, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Shoots. Nice jump shot. Good. 12 points for him.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Now, here is Nelson. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Sears. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Sears has got 4 this quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games.
Well, this has been a hot three-point shooting team, and it starts with their passing, moving the ball to get quality looks.
Puts it up from 15, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Down low. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Sears has got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Omorugi. Gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. To the paint. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Beyond the arc. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Pass to Nelson. And he hits the jump shot. He's got 8.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Just 5 on the clock. The 19-footer is on the money. Here's Sears. He has 6. Nelson outside. Inside. And Sears gets it to go.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
They set the pick. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third.
Home team foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Out to Nelson. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And it's sent back by White. Drives to the hoop. Up and in on the layup.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Pass to Slim. For 3. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Cool Hands. He has 6. He's off from 17 feet. Pass to Sears. There's the try. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Sears has got 10 points in the quarter.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Booth over Nelson. Booth can't hit. Here's Sears, covered by Hunter. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. Here's Holloway. Here's Stevenson. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
First personal.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
At the line for the
That free throw good from Stevenson. Gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. There's a screen. Pass to Booth. And that one, good. Booth's got his first bucket in this one.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Here's Holloway. And here's Nelson.
home team foul. White.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Team foul.
And the first one
For the
drops.
away team. Nelson taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Cool Hands passes to White. Pass to Booth. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's the screen. Pass to Holloway. Finds himself wide open and drills it. He has 5.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Cool Hands. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in. Off with the layup. Sees the alley-oop. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Hunter is out there with White. Then there's the prodigy. Then there's the professor. Now here's White. Nails it from the high post.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
They set the pick. Here's Red. Reed with the rebound. Has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Pass to Holloway. Takes the 13-footer. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And that one falls for Stevenson.
For the away team, Stevenson. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And here's White. Driving to the basket. Misses from short range. And stolen by Hunter. And they're running. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Knocked loose, and that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And so here's the home team. 22 is their biggest lead. Throws it up high, and Reed throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Now here is Red. Good D by Stevenson. Red's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Stevenson passes to Slim. Pass to Holloway. To tie it up. Stevenson can't hit. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Hunter the screen. Red passes to the professor. Back to Red. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Holloway, the pass to Reed. Stevenson against Red. 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Hunter. From the baseline. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, that's a high skill level shot that's difficult to contest. The turnaround was the right move there.
And here's Stevenson. Covered by Hunter. Stevenson against Hunter. Reed the pass to Holloway. And good that time.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here is Red. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Here's Holloway. Pass to Slim. Now, here's Stevenson. Baseline try. Top of the key. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. Now, here is Red. Here he goes. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Reed has it in the corner. Pass to Slim. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. Gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Here's Red. To the inside. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And now 6 straight points here coming on the inside.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Stevenson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Sears. Back to Nelson. Here's Holloway. The tray. That shot is off. To the middle. It's deflected. Floats one. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Well, we're seeing a different version of him in this half, taking a more direct approach. He didn't have a single free throw in the first half.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. Good on both. In the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here is Slim. Pass to Sear. No good, unable to end this run. And about 45% from the 4 in the fourth. Here's Cool Hands, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Omoruyi, no good there.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Lets it go from deep. Slim pulls it in. Slim's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Nelson. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
From 17 feet out, rebounded by Omoruyi. Omoruyi's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They set the pick. Shot from the top of the key, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 17 points for Slim.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
All alone. That's good on the jump shot.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here is Slim. Lets the three fly. He can't hit that time. Did really well. 54% from the floor. With the shot. Rebounded by Omorugi.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Reed kicks to Nelson. Pass to Slim. Offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. The second chance effort. Here's Omorugi. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Plays it up and banks it in.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here is Slim. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Third personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The first one falls.
For the away team, number 12, taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six to shoot. The three. It's rebounded by Stevenson.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so they get the victory here at home. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.